Hello guys, I think we are live. Let me know in the comments section if you can see me and if you can hear me and all is good. Put some tunes on. There's a little bit of lag, so here he is. Well done guys, you all made it and I made it onto the stream. This is my first ever live stream guys, so don't expect too much from me. Let me know if there is something going on in the comments. If you don't like the audio, the music's too loud, anything like that, let me know. This is going to be probably half an hour of a Q&A with me. Ask me whatever you want guys, let me know what you want me to talk about. I'm going to be kicking back with a beer, or maybe two, and yeah, let's just get right into it guys. Ask away, what do you want to know? Can see all of 110 kilos of great British beef. That's right guys, you can. I'm here, I'm using a GoPro, it's fairly wide, so you can see my my usual setup guys. This is my studio, this is my workshop, this is where I do everything that you guys see on the channel. All my builds have been in here, and yeah, this is where I do all my stuff. So am I gonna grow my hair again because of lockdown? Yes, as you can see, it's already getting quite long. I've got something. It's funny you should mention that, Dan. I've never shown this, but my friend Simon sent me this. You've got to see this, guys. This is hilarious. Simon sent me this from the last lockdown, and this is basically kind of like how it went at the start of the last lockdown. I think he gave up after a while and it got a lot worse than this. But yeah, the hairdressers are closed again, and well, I quite like having long hair. It's a good excuse to have long hair, so definitely. Right, what's my favourite beer? Actually this one. Beavertown Neck Oil. This is my favourite beer at the minute. I just had one of those. Now I'm on to the Tiny Rebel Cali Pale. Thoughts on the Zenith? Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I'm trying not to get involved in any politics. It's really difficult because people keep asking me to get involved. They keep telling me that I should comment on the situations and stuff like that, and really I've had enough of politics already and I don't want to get involved in it. I will say, if there are more motor controllers available for more people at an affordable price, then that can only be a good thing. Right, what else have we got? Deck hook. I'm not even going to talk about the deck hook. What's my view on 360 cameras? I own two 360 cameras. I own the Insta360 One X and the GoPro Max, and I think they're really good. They get some great footage. Unfortunately, YouTube seems to kill the quality of them. I don't know what it is. And I found them to be like really fragile. So now I don't use either. In fact, both of them are broken, to be fair. And I don't plan on getting another one until they're a little bit tougher, a little bit more robust. But definitely for Skate, they can film some amazing stuff. And the footage that you see on your device before you upload it to YouTube is beautiful. And then YouTube gets it and just trashes it. So yeah, what's next? The Mad Professor returns. What happened with me and Trampa? I really don't want to get involved. This is one thing I really don't want to talk about. I fell out with the owners of Trampa. I'm going to say this on record. Like, I really like all the guys that work there. I get on really well with them all, and I don't have any issue with those guys at all. I just fell out with Ted, really, and Frank. So yeah, that's that. I don't ride any of their parts anymore, and I don't do anything with them, and that's cool. They're doing their own thing, we're doing our own thing. There's enough room for everyone to do their own thing. So yeah, now we have Apex, guys. Right, Gamma Ray is a good beer as well, definitely Sam. Also by Beavertown Brewery. This is one of the best breweries in the UK, I think. I also like Steady Rolling Man. That is also another one of my favourites. If you haven't tried that, from the Daya Brewery, oh, that is amazing. What's my favourite board that I own? I think that obviously my off-road board. You guys know that I ride that all the time. I love off-roading. especially in the UK where it's not strictly legal to ride an electric skateboard. Being able to go into the woods and do your own thing with your mates is, for me, that's, yeah, it's got to be that really. I do love the Summberboard, which is behind me here. That is a fantastic bit of kit. Unfortunately, you need like really nice roads for it and really nice weather, so I don't really get to ride that very often. Normally between February, March and July, so I'm looking forward to getting back on that again this season. But yeah, definitely my off-road board. My first ever DIY is there. That's my Icarus. I've still got it and I never ride it, really. Just ride the off-road. Right, so what have we got here? What are the trucks that I'm using at the moment and how do we like them compared to the ones I've used previously? The trucks that I'm using at the moment are an unreleased prototype of some stuff that we've been working on. I really like them and you guys will hear more stuff about it in the future, but for now, that's what it is, guys. Right. Lee, can I say VESC please? No. That's a weird thing. I've been told that if I say that word again in any of my videos, they're going to be taken down. So I'm just avoiding using that word, avoiding talking about that company or anything to do with that. I'm not interested. So do my own thing. I'm not riding those controllers anymore. I'm riding the Storm Core. And yeah, just do my own thing, guys. Do we ever get snow over here? Yes, we do. The country has had a lot of snow recently. Unfortunately, where I am, we had none. It's like they had snow everywhere else apart from here, and I was so looking forward to riding in the snow, but it hasn't happened, so that is a bummer. But as soon as it does snow, I'm in it. Slick Rev lack refinement. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. My first board was a Slick Revolution, so I definitely owe something to them. They got me into the sport. I very, 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 very quickly outgrew it. And there wasn't really much choice at the time. There's boosted board. I think that some of the early evolves were around, and that's what got me into DIY. I just decided that I was going to build my own board because I knew I could do better. So I built that, and really a passion was started by doing that. A fire was lit, which I haven't been able to put out, and obviously over the years, over the last few years, it's just got bigger. I built that thing at the end of 2016, I think it was. So since then, 4 years of riding boards and just having a good time and meeting some amazing people in this community. It's been amazing. I really do love it. Do I snowboard? No. Plan this year was to learn to snowboard. Me and Mo were going to go snowboarding the plan last year was to learn to snowboard. Me and Mo were going to go snow bombing this year, which is like a snowboard festival. So I was going to, there's a real snow place not too far from here. I was going to go and get a lift pass for that, and I was determined to learn how to snowboard. I was going to go down to the ATB shop, buy a load of gear and learn to snowboard, and then Corona hit. No snowboarding for Lee. That is a problem. I'd love to learn to snowboard. Right, what's next? What are my favourite motors? Motors are a problem for our hobby in general. All the motors we use are not really designed for electric skateboards, and they all have inherent flaws with them. I really do think that the future is an in-runner motor, and that has to be like at the right KV. I've started to see some things. I was just talking to my friend Andy today actually about in-runners. We really need like lower KV in-runners at the moment. I honestly think that the future for electric skateboarding, certainly electric mountain boarding, is like a dual stage drive with a huge reduction on it, and higher KV motors, maybe in runners, and I think that's the way it's all going to go in the future. At the moment, it's quite rudimentary tech, and we've got a lot of stuff to do yet. This is just the beginning, guys. There's a lot of tech to come. I'm definitely sure of that. What do I think of the Surron's electric dirt bikes? They're getting really popular in the USA group rides. I would love to ride one. I would love to have a go. If there's anybody out there that knows these companies that could reach out, tell them to send me something to look at. I would be more than happy to do that, obviously. I'm just into anything electric, really, apart from e-scooters, because they suck. Lockdown hair on point. You knows it, Mark! Definitely. Any plans for an Apex team? One step at a time, I would say. Apex is a young company. We're definitely interested in doing lots of stuff, and you're going to hear a lot more from Apex in the future. But at the moment, we're just making some parts, and we're just looking after our friends and developing some cool tech for the scene. And in the future, if we have boards and we have, you know, it becomes like big enough that it's going to support something, we would absolutely support the community 100%. And part of that would be having team riders, sponsoring events, holding events, all that stuff, guys. You know, I'm massively into the community, big time invested into the community. So yeah, a team of riders would be amazing, right? What's the story with me and Mo? Yeah, I don't know really. So as you guys probably know, Mo had a big accident, broke his hip, and it took him a while to recover from that, as you'd expect. And he never really recovered in his mind from it. He was, even though his hip was stronger than it had ever been before, he was rightfully not in the right headspace to ride properly anymore. We did go for a ride in April last year, was it? May last year. And he was he had like a self-imposed speed limit, and we went really slowly, and I was more than happy to do that, but I think that Mo feels like he was holding me back, even though he wasn't. And he basically just texted me saying he couldn't ride anymore. So that's why I don't ride with Mo. I keep in touch with him. We're still good friends. We always will be the best of friends. And yeah, hopefully we're sort of talking about having another reunion ride soon. It'll just be a slow one, like an exploration in the woods. I'm mad keen for it. So Mo, if you're there, let's go and ride soon, bro. Right. Ronnie Sarmiento, what do you prefer? Long group rides or skill sessions? Both. They're not mutually exclusive, Ronnie. I like everything to do with riding. I love long group rides. I went for an amazing group ride last year in Birmingham, which was an all-day thing. One of the best rides ever. And then I've been out riding in the skate park with Kieran, and the pump tracks with Kieran and Ben and Louis and all that. And we've had some amazing times just practicing skills in the park as well. Just riding, I just love riding, guys. I love building and I love riding, so any of it. What's my main job? So I'm an outside broadcast engineer. I do TV broadcast for a living. I'm an engineer, and I sort of make it all work so that a live broadcast goes ahead. That's what I do for a job. It's not something I'm interested in doing long term, definitely not. And you know, that hence like trying to sort of start something with the boards and Apex and all that, hopefully, and YouTube. You never know, in the future they could be a way out of doing what I currently do. How much do we charge to build a custom Trampa? We don't build Trampas anymore, bro, sorry. How would I like to see competition riding evolve in the e-mountain board scene? Any particular style events? I would definitely love to see some freestyle stuff. Point-to-point racing would be cool, like enduro style. So maybe like I could see like a 30 or 20 mile enduro race through mixed terrain. Would be amazing. But definitely like a freestyle competition. I mean, with electric, it's not the same as with gravity, where it all had to be downhill. With an electric mountain board, you could turn a street scene into an epic skills park for just doing some freestyle stuff. I think there's a lot of mileage and all that in the future. Apex will definitely be involved in that. If that happens, we will definitely be involved in all of that. If Apex happens, I mean, 100%. That is like, we're mad keen in like supporting the community, guys. So yeah. No more Mo Mondays, I'm afraid not, guys. That is a problem, isn't it? Who would I most like to ride with in the UK? Hint, hint. Cheshire Scrubbers, not you. Yeah, definitely Cheshire Scrubbers. The Bryn brothers as well. I would also like to go for a ride with those guys. And just like some of the other gravity mountain boarders. I found this guy in Scotland recently, and he just released like a 2020 video. I'll put a link in the comments later. You should go and check it out. Amazing. I'd love to go and ride with him. Loads of different people. Do I feel that we'll start seeing very good boards that are also affordable? Yeah, the Chinese dragon is rising, isn't it? I think China are going to do some some amazing stuff, and it's going to be super cheap. Is it going to be good for the sport in general? Yes and no. On one hand, it's going to get cheap boards into people that need to ride them. The next generation, kids opening them at Christmas and getting into this sport early on, that's definitely what we need, a grassroots movement to push this. But then on the other hand, innovation happens all over the world and not just in one place, and sometimes if you have competition that's too strong in one area, it can completely stifle innovation in other areas. So I think there's a balance to be had, and I absolutely think that like X-Way and WowGo and Meepo, all these brands are doing amazing stuff, and I think that they're going to carry on producing amazing stuff. I just think that's going to be mixed for the scene. Depends how we go with it. On one hand, you've got Meepo producing a board for like a boosted board type thing for $700, and then on the other hand, you've got Lacroix selling boards for like $5.5 grand. So there's a wide spectrum of people out there that will buy boards. Adam Conacher, that's the guy. Look for him on YouTube, guys. I'll put a link to his channel later. Really good. Don't think you talked about your family. Are you married and have little ones? And do I have siblings? So I have a long-term partner. We've been together for 9 years, and she is currently pregnant, guys. So we are expecting a baby in March the 25th. I don't know how that's going to impact stuff, but I guess around the end of March can be very busy. Very exciting. We're going to have a little girl. I'm super chuffed about it. Belts or chains? Chains, belts suck, especially for off-road. You just, oh my god, I go out riding with my mate Tim, and he rides a belt drive from a manufacturer, and he snaps 2 belts every ride. As soon as you get mud in it, game over. Chains over belts every time. I ride gears. I like gears a lot. Belts are good for a street board. As soon as you go in and hit the mud, you do not want belts, gears or chains. Depends on what you like. Well, yeah, baby news is in public. Yeah, chat's going nuts. Is DIY budget EM to be that's worth having possible? No. If you want an electric mountain board, you need quality components, stuff that's rugged, that's going to last, and that unfortunately costs money. So you can definitely build a board for like less than £2,000 or $2,000 probably. That will get you going. But you'll keep up. It'll cost you money anyway because you'll keep upgrading stuff and keep going, and yeah. So what's next? What's the first thing to do post lockdown? Go to the pub with my mates. I definitely miss going to the pub, guys. It's a problem. Which football team do I support? Everton, although I don't really follow football, but yeah, I do support Everton. Enclosed belts are also an option. Yes, enclosed belts are an option, but then you've got the problem of if a belt snaps, it could jam up in the gears and lock the wheel up. Or if you have to change a belt, it's just a pain. So just get chains. Yeah, also gears can break. So Nullbox makes a point there saying belts suck, but gears can also suck. You can also shred gears. It's definitely possible. We break everything doing this, so. Would I be interested in coming to meet the e-skate community in America? Absolutely, guys. If Carve PDX happens in Portland, my good friend Andrew Dresner from DerekRobot.com is involved with trying to organise that. If that happens, Apex will definitely be there. I would love to come to the US. In fact, this year I had semi-planned a big worldwide trip, 3 weeks. I was going to Russia, to Germany, to Austria, to Greece, and then I was going to go over to the West Coast and meet up with the Summberboard guys. I was going to go to Portland, try and hit New York, but then Corona happened, so this didn't happen. And now we've got a baby coming this year, so I guess that's not going to happen this year either. Why is the Hero Bro such a good deck, and why is it not your choice? The Hero Bro is my choice. That is the deck that I ride, 100%. And the Hero Bro is a good deck because 1, it's light, 2, it's wide, and 3, it has concave. For me, that's just all the boxes ticked, so that's why I like it. I can't stand flat, horrible decks, So yeah. Have I ever broken any gears? No, I have not. I rode Etox gear drive for probably like 2,000 miles at least. I wasn't counting. At least 2,000 miles, no problems. And I've been riding the Moon gear drives, don't know, probably got 400 or 500 miles on them. Not many miles, but they've been fine as well. Where do I think 2021 will take the UK e-skate scene? Everyone on mountain boards or still the 2-in-1 pseudo AT? Good question. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? Because there's obviously like a strong Evolve following here in the UK, and I can definitely see why that is the case. However, I think that all of that stuff is getting a bit long in the tooth, and people are looking for more stuff, and I definitely see a lot of people going from Evolve to full all-terrains. That said, it's not for everyone at all, and it's like not ideal if you just nip into the shops or whatever. I think electric mountain boarding is going to grow massively, definitely think that. I also think there's a lot of room for other stuff as well. The X-Way Atlas looks to be amazing, if we can see any videos of it or whatever. I would be keen to look at it on the channel, but I have so far not been able to get one. What's my most expensive part breakdown? I'm going to be honest, the only thing I've ever had is a puncture. That is the only, I think, is that what the question means? Don't know. What do I think about cruiser and mini electric skateboards? Yeah, I like them, definitely. I would love to have one. I'd love to build one. I've got some parts to build one there. I do intend on building a street board. Shock horror, I know, but I do intend on building another street board soon. And I was going to build a cruiser. In fact, where is it? I have a deck. I have a loaded deck somewhere. What size motor do I think is best for e-skate versus EMTB? Good question. I think that for the future of electric mountain boarding, we have to concentrate on weight. That we've got the power. We could make some innovations in grip. I think the next bastion of a technological drive, the last thing for us to do as well, the next thing for us to do is to reduce the weight of everything down. And if you picked my electric mountain board up, you would say that is light, because it is light. There's definitely more stuff to be done in that department by all of the manufacturers involved. We've got to make them lighter, guys. 100%. They've got to be lighter, and with that, we'll see some big improvements. Ever want to try the one-wheel life? No. Nope. The Atlas does have tiny motors. I noticed that. I think it said 4360. Like, I zoomed into the photo and I was like, they're small motors. But if it has 4 of them, then that's probably not a bad thing. Having small... See, this is the other thing I'm going to do. I'm going to build a 4-wheel drive, and you'll see people building 4-wheel drives with massive motors. My 4-wheel drive is going to be super light. Small gear drive, small motors, 4 of them. It makes a difference, guys. It makes a difference. Have I had any experience with backpack batteries? I'm looking to build on. I don't like them. I don't like that idea. I think it's a bit daft. If you fall, no thanks. Keep it strapped to the board for me. What do I think of the Flux Motion board? Well, I've got 2 videos on the Flux Motion. I've got a review and a range test. I liked it. I thought it was a good value board. The price has changed quite a bit. It seems to fluctuate around. So at the time of reviewing it, I thought it was like really good value for money. Do you plan to ride 4-wheel drive? I just answered that. Definitely. I'm going to build one. Just need to get the time to do it. Yeah, MBS, guys. MBS seem to make a lot of cool lightweight stuff. I definitely prefer their decks over a lot of the other choices out there. I definitely think the Hero Bro is the best electric mountain board deck available today. 100%. I'd like to have a go at the collab, but they are quite difficult to get hold of. But 100% the Hero Bro, absolutely fantastic. If you haven't got one and you're into electric mountain boards, get one. 18650 or 21700, good question. Depends on the application. 21700 is generally better. They normally have better capacity and better discharge. It depends how you configure them. My board runs a 12S 6P P42A pack, which is 25.2 amp hours. and can produce a load of current, and it's about equivalent discharge on capacity of a 12S8P Samsung 30Q. It's a little bit heavier though, so you do have to consider that. My favourite Eastgate commercial board at the moment. I don't really dig commercial boards. I like what L'Aqua are doing for sure. I never ride them. I can't really comment, guys, about that. Where do I see developments in terms of batteries? Tough to say, guys. We're beholden to the technology there. Battery technology moves very, very slowly, and I think we're going to be stuck with lithium-ion cylindrical cells for a little while yet. Andy, send me a collab, bro. Hook me up. I'd definitely love to try one. How do we see prices going to Eastgate parts due to Brexit? I don't know. I've had no problems. I've been importing stuff. We've been exporting stuff with Apex in and out. We haven't had any problems yet, so don't know. Nobody really knows, to be honest. I don't think the politicians did a very good job of Brexit. Where do I get Hero Bro Deck? A2B shop in the UK for sure, or you can contact Phil directly. He has an email. I can't remember what it is, but you can get them from the ATV shop in the UK. Excellent customer service from those guys. Really cool guys that have been doing it for years. So pick up one from those guys. Mountains, you can stop. I'm having that collab. Any thoughts on the future of PLEVs in the UK? So PLEVs, personal light electric vehicles. Yeah, I do have some thoughts. I think that the law is lagging behind the technology and the will of the people. I think there's definitely a strong desire for personal light electric transport, and I think that the future of urban transport is light electric vehicles, 100%. Like, I just don't understand why we have taxis and buses and stuff like that running almost empty at the moment because nobody wants to use them, and yet we can't use electric vehicles because they're also outlawed as well by a law that was formed over 100 years ago. Nuts. So I think we'll get there, and I think the future's very bright for this stuff. But yeah, I think the EUCs, to be honest, will be the future of PLEV, unfortunately. I don't really like them myself, but that's what I see happening. What's the one thing I dislike about YouTube? Negative comments. Like, people send me some real awful comments. You shrug them off, but they still do affect you, don't they, guys? So people just seem to think that they can just say stuff. Like, they wouldn't say it to your face, but they'll just say it over the internet. Do I ever ride on the beach? No, I'm not really close to a beach. I would love to have a go at that, but sand is a bit of a problem. Why do hardly any UK riders skate without skate shoes? I don't own skate shoes either. If you had to name an e-skate brand based in China, what would you call it? I have to go with Yapu. I think that's a great idea, Roddy. I'm just going to go with that, bro. Let's put in together for that one, mate. Definitely. Yeah, Nullbox has hit the nail on the head there. The email address, if you want to buy directly from Hero Boards, is info@hero.space. Send Phil an email. Also, you can hit him up on Instagram, Hero Boards. He's very responsive on Instagram. Send him a message and he will get back to you. But honestly, guys, you should pick one of those boards up. If you're in the UK, just get it from A2B shop. They've got them in stock. Do I find the Hero a bit low slung? No, not really. I guess it depends on what trucks you use it on. My board is, I'm just looking at it there, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, there's two base plate settings. There's like an inner and an outer. When I used to use Trampa trucks, I used to use it on the inner because I did find that. On our trucks, or the trucks that I'm using that aren't our trucks, but the trucks that we're using, I'm using the outer ones, and the ride height is totally fine. Do I think the police are going to be aggressive with fines and stuff this year? Yeah, definitely, guys. Be careful. Don't ride in the city centres and stuff. It's not worth it. Can I suggest a good place to get lithium-ion cells in Europe? Yes, Nkon. Nkon. Try those guys. What's next, guys? How comes you got your first DIY build back? I thought you gave it to the community. I don't know what you mean there, bro. Can you get 10-inch tyres for mountain boards? Absolutely you can. You can get them on AliExpress easily. Biggest Escape pet peeves? Good question. Brand snobbery and drawing lines in sand over brands. Like, okay, dude, you ride a LaCroix, so what? Okay, you ride an Evolve, so what? Like, there's a lot of people that, I don't know if it's purchase bias because these things are expensive, but they will, I see them like arguing on the internet with people like really defending brands, and I don't understand that. And that is my biggest pet peeve in the Escape community. It's very aggressive and very clicky. Guys, we're all into the same thing. We're all riding electric skateboards. We're all in this super niche of society. We should get along more. We should definitely try to get along more. Please have Lee hit the airbag. I'm definitely going to see the Brins to hit that airbag. I want to have a go. Do you think you get into skinning at some point? I've skinned a few decks. Yeah, I don't like it. It looks alright, but then it starts to get a bit crap after a while. Sender's doing some amazing artwork stuff over in the US. Props to Sender. It takes a lot of time, guys. I don't like doing it. My worst injury, I broke my hand this year. That is the only real injury I've had from Escape. I broke this hand, and there's a video on my Instagram, Lee Wright Escape. You'll see it, like a coffin dance meme video. I was holding a GoPro, a 360 actually. In fact, that's how I broke my GoPro Max. I was holding it in a stick in my left hand, and we had a fall doing a silly jump. Broke my hand. What's going on? Yeah, the snobbery, I don't get it. I just do not, I just see it so much, and I'm going to say it and people will probably hate me for this, but I see it more with the more expensive brands. LaCroix, I see it a lot with LaCroix, and I see it a lot with Evolve as well. And yeah, I just don't like all that stuff, guys. We're all here to ride, man. Just let's ride. We don't have to fall out with people on the internet and cause problems. Do I understand the new nonsensical drone laws in the UK? Do I think anyone understands it? No. And I'm confused about whether I can use my Mavic or not. Yeah. Also, this arrived today, guys. Bit of a sneak preview. Can I show you? Very exciting, guys. Very exciting. What remote would I recommend for a custom build? I like the VX1. That's what I use personally. We sell the Puck in our shop, the Hoyt Puck, which has very good reviews, and also you can get the different shells from DRI. And I think that he's also holding a competition at the minute, a design competition around the Puck guts. So I think that oh, the live is breaking up. Oh no. Is it good, or is it still glitching? Getting a lot of video breakup. Yeah, 2 secs. I think it's better. And this man is responsible for live TV. I can't help YouTube. Let's turn that off. I don't know what's going on, guys. I think my laptop's overheating. Is it good? I think my laptop's overheating. Thought I had to get away from the day job, yes. Right, I think the stream is good now. I don't know. It's okay now. Good. Right, where were we? Favourite camera to record rides, mate? The GoPro Hero 9 I use a lot. I also use my Sony A6500 with gimbal. I do a lot of carrying. I do a lot of riding. If you rode with me, you'd see, like, quite often you see me riding with a gimbal and a camera in my hand. Kind of feels a bit weird not to have it. Seems better now. Okay for now. I don't know what's going on, guys. It's telling me here that there's a problem with it, but do I see e-skate becoming a professional sport? No. Nope, nope, nope. I'll tell you why. I don't think it's going to have a wide enough appeal, to be honest. That's what I think. Second beer, guys. Disco forklift truck, mango pale ale. Do I think Louis will achieve his flip in a year? Yeah, definitely. Especially if you get him on the bag. I reckon he'll do it. This guy's nuts. Now it's breaking up again. I can't really do anything about it, guys. I guess the internet's poo. I can see it's breaking up again. Let me know, is it okay or is it not? Is it just my thing that's breaking up? This is rubbish. Right, where were we? The package preview I tried to show you is a drone. I've got myself a cinematic drone, and that's going to enable some awesome content. I ordered it like a month ago, it's just come. What's next, guys? Have we just started to design a new deck with another company? Good question. Any opinions on field weakening or HFI features? It works. It's a good workaround if you've got a motor with a knackered sensor. I can see why that's appealing. I prefer sensors. Do I see laws around e-skate becoming more restrictive or less? More restrictive, definitely. I think as we start to get legalised, I think it's going to get worse. I think it's illegal now, so there's no restrictions because all of it's illegal. I think it'll become legal with a lot of restrictions. So, yeah, I've got a Cinewhoop. That was the word I was looking for. It came today, guys. I'm super hyped about getting this cracking, guys. Come on. It's a bloody Cinewhoop. It's going to enable some amazing content, I'm pretty sure. Also, Kieran also flies drones. So, have I thought about doing multi-day rides? Yes. Something is in the works with that, and you'll see soon. Best Chinese brand? I don't know. I've not really ridden any of them. I think they're all doing cool stuff. Stare at us hardily. Is that okay? Like that? Cool. And we're going to come down to Kent this year for a group ride. Hit me up, guys. My Instagram is Lee Wright Eskate. Send me a message. Let's sort it out. I'm definitely keen to ride with new people all the time. Who do I want to see make more YouTube content and why? I think in general we need more e-skate YouTube content, right? I think we do. So anyone, everybody, make e-skate content. Can you make a swappable battery, for example, like a drill? Slip it out, fresh one in. Yes, 100%. How are the moon drives holding up? Very, very well. Limited time on them, obviously, but I think that the moon drives are one of the biggest innovations for off-road e-skate that happened last year, just because they're so cheap. And up until then, like, gear drives are really expensive. So yeah, they're doing yeah, they seem to be going well. I've just put new motors on that board today, actually. What's my opinion on the Chinese off-road skateboards? I've only seen that one. Is it YSL08? Is that what it is? The one with the underneath battery. I think they're all right. I think it's like 300 odd quid. So for that amount of money, why not? But yeah, I think that there isn't really any budget stuff for proper off-road skateboards. Would you ever build an e-bike? I would love to. So the plans in the future are to get out of this workshop and into a unit. And the guys on Patreon are helping me with that. If you guys love the content that I produce and you want to support me on this journey, you can sign up to my Patreon. Send me some money every month, just enough for a beer or a coffee. It all goes into the channel, and the next aim is to get into a unit, guys. And once we have a unit, we can have some space, because in here it's pretty cramped already. We definitely build an e-bike, 100%. Thoughts on an e-skate weekend camping, riding with tents on your back? It's in the works, Tom. Worst terrain to ride on and why? London city centre. Just don't enjoy it. Don't enjoy it. Ketchup in the cupboard or the fridge? I think the cupboard. We keep it in the cupboard. What's the best gear drive? Best is difficult to quantify. I have a lot of experience with Etox gears and they were fantastic. I have a little bit of experience with the Moon gear drives. They've been fantastic. And I have no experience with any others, so I couldn't really comment. I think they're all a good choice. Depends on what your budget is, where you're located. I don't know. I like them all. What about eggs? Eggs in the fridge, dude. Definitely. Yeah, there's lots of Patreon content. I don't really want to put an ad in here for Patreon, guys, but we do like exclusive videos behind the scenes and all that. If you want to support me, the link is normally in the description of all my other videos. You can go and support me there. I think the minimum is like $5 a month, something like that. Do I want to sell those Etox hubs? These are gorgeous. I own, believe you're going to hate me, guys, I own 2 sets of these and neither of them are on boards. What is that about? But these are stunning. Love them. And no, I don't want to sell them. Will you make a series on making a cruiser? Maybe. Maybe. I've got some plans for some content coming up. It's very loose with Corona. I don't know what's going on, so. Favourite shoes, trainers to ride for a mountain board? I just ride Adidas or Adidas, depends on how you call it. Gazelle. That's what I ride. That's what I wear all the time. So I use them for riding, for walking, everything. Most crazy build idea that something has sent to you. Somebody asked me to build them a 4-wheel drive Falcon Super Sport recently. That might happen. How big do you plan to make the online shop? Massive. We want to bring quality designed, UK designed parts to the masses. Why not? They are almost too beautiful to use, those rims. I agree. Will direct drive ever go e-skate mainstream? No. And I'll tell you why. Too close to the ground. The KVs are a bit weird on them. No. Will you challenge your 2020 Afro haircut in 2021? I shall try, boys. I shall try. The hairdressers are closed, so. What's my opinion the best cell? My favourite cell at the minute is the Molicel P42. I've got to change this music. My favourite cell at the minute is the Molicel P42A. 21700. I also like the Samsung 30Q, obviously. The Samsung 40T is also a good cell, but I think the Molicel P42A is a great choice. What's a sweet spot for cell discharge rates? The 21700s definitely have that sweet spot between capacity and discharge. The Molly, top of my head, 30 amp discharge and what is it, 4.2 amp hour capacity. It's a great cell. Machinist UK, not a question, but I've been running your battery for 4 months and it's a beast. Love it. Yeah, we do batteries in the shop, guys. Thank you very much, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What happened with the Mrs. e-bike build? Shh. She got pregnant, mate, so she can't ride an e-bike. Top 3 e-skate YouTubers, not including UK, so your friends don't feel offended. Good question. These are my top 3. I've been following Ronnie Sarmiento for years. I love Ronnie. I love what he's doing. Daniel Kwan. Also love his content, and Zach Peterson, who makes very similar content to me. He's like the Australian version of me. Those are my 3 top: Ronnie Sarmiento, Daniel Kwan, and Zach Peterson. What's your role exactly at Apex? Just like one of 3 people that run Apex. Only 3 of us. There's me, Kieran, who's in the chat, and there's Ben. And 3 of us design parts, we test things, and yeah, we do all kinds of stuff, guys. We're just trying to push Apex together. M50As, no experience with those, sorry. What 6384 motors would you recommend? I'm leaning towards flip ski. No experience with 6384, so try and keep the weight down for EMTB. Yeah, 5 months till we can get in pubs. That sucks. Do I rate the Onsra Black Carve? I've never ridden it. Fabi has been in contact with me a few times. We've talked about a few things. He never sent me a board, so I don't know what it's like. But it looks very, very good. Definitely better than an Evolve, in my opinion. I think the way it's designed, 12S, decent motor controller. I think it looks good. Yeah, good question, Gordon. Gordon asks, with all the push for faster, longer range boards, do you think we'll see some growth for smaller, lighter boards for jumps, convenience, or different boards like Summberboards? 100%. I think in the future we're going to see more specialised boards for different applications, and yeah, definitely lighter boards, which is what we talked about earlier, is definitely a thing. You ever kick bush? No. I used to ride I mean, I've got a few. There's a manual behind me there. There's a pintail. I ride electric mountain boards. I'm strapped in, so no, but I can kick push. I used to ride a skateboard years ago. When's the full battery kit's going to drop? Very, very soon. Very, very soon. Is there an upper limit on range, or will people always keep wanting more? It seems with the LaCroix that people want infinite range. I think for a board like that, it makes sense. You get to a point where you're never going to you can't pick it up and walk home with it because it weighs so much. When you get to that point, you might as well make it as big as possible with as much range as possible. So, would I do a thing like an e-skate review so people send in their bills and you rate them? Maybe. It sounds a bit complicated logistics wise. I'd like to review some more production boards, but yeah, I don't really reach out to companies. I've done it a couple of times, but I don't tend to reach out to companies. I think if they like what I'm doing, they'll reach out to me. So what's next, guys? It's quite cold in this garage, I must admit. Any more questions? Anything I've missed? You're welcome, Zach. I love your content, bro. And you support Apex, so, you know, I'll support you. I don't know if you guys know, interesting story with Zach. I put a post on my community, let's get Zach to 1,000 subs for Christmas. It happened instantly. He got like the last 30, 40 subs he needed to get over 1,000. And then YouTube took him off him because they thought he was like, there was some sort of spam going on. So they took him back off him. But he's got it now. He's hit his 1K. He's going to do really well, I think. Thoughts on the next Evolve Carton event? Going to have some scary builds. Yeah, The next Evolve Kart event in the UK will see there'll be a load of 4-wheel drives turn up. It's going to be hectic. It's not going to be like the last one, and it's going to be quite competitive. How's it going with the giveaway? This is a test for the giveaway to see if I could do a live stream, and it's working. So yeah, very, very soon, this week or next week, I think. Any thoughts on baby names? Maybe. Secret though. Can I do any tricks on e-skate or purely just ride? Purely just ride. I must admit, I'm not very skillful. I'm a beginner, guys. That said, I definitely want to push my electric mountain board stuff a bit further this year. I'd like to be able to start riding switch, doing 180s and all that sort of stuff. It's a progression, guys, and it requires like a lot of time and effort. Being able to ollie properly on an electric mountain board has taken me a little while to learn how to do that. I've kind of got that down now, so yeah, next is learning to ride switch, doing some wheelies, some 180s, some nose rolls. I'd love to do all that stuff, so I'm hoping to go and see the Brim brothers and they will teach me a few things. Yeah, rolling resistance is a problem. The rubber tyres on their own have a fair amount of rolling resistance. I think gear drives definitely help with that. Any other transmission system is going to have friction and it's going to increase rolling resistance, I'm afraid. Would you get a float wheel? Seems like a good content. I considered it, but I don't really want to ride a one wheel. And also the problems with future motion. It just, yeah, I just didn't want to. At the time I was having legal problems with Trampa, so I just didn't want to get involved with float wheel. What do I think is the lost battery percentage for extreme cold? Obviously you have to define it, but probably 25 to 40% battery loss in the extreme cold, guys. Favourite setup, 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive? The 4-wheel drive board I built was bloody scary. So I would say 4-wheel drive is cool, but I like the 2-wheel drive. Have I seen the cloud wheel donut? Is that the new sleeve for the hub wheels? Yeah, pretty cool. We cut a cloud wheel open on the channel. I don't know if you guys remember. Any more questions, or should we wrap this up, guys? I've enjoyed myself. It's been fun. A couple of beers, talking to the boys. Lee versus Pavel, guys. It's not even a competition. Let's put Pavel on his new blue board and I'll be on mine and we'll go for a race around the woods. Lee, say I, please. I. Or E. That's what you want me to say, Sebas, isn't it? E. Pet hate for watching YouTube content. When watching a channel, what turns you off? Like fake stuff. Just be real. Just be normal. And yeah, and just let the content flow. Why don't you build a kicker and do a series of learning to jumping process and some tricks? Interesting you should say that. I might have designed a kicker. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot of stuff all the time. Very difficult to get it all sort of out every week. A video every week, a day job, a family. It's very difficult, but that is definitely one of the videos I want to do. Yeah, I don't know about deck-wise. Really, there's not a lot going on in the electric mountain board scene. We might have a deck coming soon, but other than that, I don't know. Vice Customs, come to America, mate. Miami Eastgate community is waiting for you and Kieran. We're there. Just hit me up as soon as we can, dude. We're coming. 100%. Hey, Lee, are you British? No, I am. I'm British. Tsunami is not a mountain board. It's an AT Eastgate. That's true. That's true. He still wouldn't beat me in a race, though, I don't think. What size motors would you recommend for an electric mountain board? 6374, personally my favourite. It's like the middle spot for power weight. You don't want to go any weightier than that, and you don't want to go any smaller than that. So you can run a 6374 at like 80 amps, motor amps. It's plenty. See you later, Mountains. Good to see you, bro. We get a production board team when this goes bananas. Yes. What is the loaded deck you are building on your cruiser board? I have a truncated Tesseract. That's what it is. I was going to use that. I don't know. Might use an Omakase. Quite like that one. Any more questions, guys? I think I'm going to wrap this up now. We've been on for an hour, which is longer than I was expecting, I must admit. Okay then, guys, listen, it's been super fun. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, having a few beers with me. I hope you've had fun. I hope you've learned something. And let's do this again, definitely. And I'll see you. I'll put a post in the community tab probably this week or next week for the giveaway. So, yeah. Thank you very much, guys. And thank you for hanging around. I love this community. I love all you guys coming on and commenting and liking my videos. It's amazing. So, thank you very much. Big love to all you guys. Big love. I'm going to have a few more beers. I'm going to have my tea because I'm starving. It was super fun, guys. So, I'll see you later.